Good morning, everyone. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get the notification that we are live. And we're going to do a sound check and a video check. And while we're doing that, we're going to talk about what's going on here in Mize, Mississippi today. And we're going to have a little refresher course in online bidding because we got a lot of new folks on the page. So, like I said, just waiting for a few more people to get the live notification. And it looks like that's happening. Good morning, everyone. All right, you guys, we'll go ahead and get started now that people are starting to jump on. So this is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and I am back in my home away from home, Mize, Mississippi, for the May special here at Mize Horse Sale. Sure missed everyone on the fifth Saturday sale. Hated that I missed that, and very, very glad to be back. Good morning, Seth. No, can't bid on Facebook. You can only bid on Horse Auctions USA. It's super easy. I'm going to go over how to do that in just a few minutes. Like I said, it's super, super easy to bid on Horse Auctions USA. And I'm going to do a little walkthrough because we've got a lot of new people, and that's been a pretty popular question this week. We haven't done an online bidding tutorial down here in Mize for a while because we've been online for a while. But since we've got a lot of new folks, I think it's time to do a little refresher. But first and foremost, I want to talk about the schedule and kind of what we've got going on today. So it is the May special. So we have a little bit bigger run of horses. And I'm pretty excited about the horses that we have coming. TAC will be starting at 10 o'clock. We are on Central Time for those of you watching out of the area. So it is currently 9:17 where I am for reference. So TAC, 10 o'clock, we'll have new and used and a pretty good run of it. And then Circle G TAC is set up outside with their TAC trailer, and they got all kinds of stuff out there. So plenty of TAC, whatever you need. Quite sure you can find it here today. And then at about 1 o'clock, we start horses. And the reason I say about 1 o'clock, we do our very best to start on time here. But sometimes we just get a big run attack. And with this being one of our specials, it's very possible that we will go over. If that's the case, I'm going to pop on the Mize Horse Sale Facebook page and kind of give you a heads up that that's going to happen. So just if we're not live at 1:01 p.m., don't panic. All right. That's kind of the moral of the story. Going to have an easy 150, if not 200 head here today. I've got 95 and climbing consigned ahead, and they are still rolling in. I am going to go back in the barn and take some pictures throughout the morning and be posting them. So you do want to make sure that you are on the Mize Horse Sale Facebook page. I'm going to change your view here on your screens for just a minute so you can see my computer screen. Whoops, maybe not that way. Let's see, display. There we go. And the reason I'm doing that is so we can go over the online bidding. But first and foremost, if you're watching on another platform, on a different Facebook page or on YouTube, make sure you're following Mize Horse Sale on Facebook. This is the page, so you know what it looks like. This is where I'll be posting the day-to-day updates and the up-to-the-minute updates today when I'm out there taking pictures and all that good stuff. So do make sure if you're not already liking and following the Mize Horse Sale page on Facebook that you take the time to do that. So online bidding. And for those of you who've been with us for a while, a lot of this is just going to be old hat and review, but I will go over some things that maybe you didn't know about the online catalog. So maybe you want to hang out for a minute. 2 ways to bid. And the first of those, if you are going to use your mobile phone, a tablet, any kind of mobile device, I am going to strongly recommend that you download the Horse Auctions USA app. It is free to download at both the App Store and the Google Play Store. And we've thousands, literally tens of thousands of people who've downloaded it at this point. And overwhelmingly people like the app, find it really easy to use. It's not complicated. This is what it's going to look like when you load it on your phone, and you see how it's formatted really nice to fit your phone. That's what it looks like on your phone. So I'm a big fan of the app. The notifications go right to your phone and all that good stuff. So you'll go to whichever of the stores is applicable for your device, the App Store or the Google Play Store. And in the search bar, you're just going to type Horse Auctions, make sure there's an S at the end, USA, and this is our logo. That's going to come up, and just click Get, Download, and you are off to the races. For those of you using a computer or who just don't want to use the app, that's no problem. Go to whatever browser you prefer, although I am going to recommend you use Google Chrome, and you are going to type in bid, that's BID, Horse, whoops, let's got to type it right, Horse Auctions, with an S, USA.com. All right. Bid.horseauctionsusa.com. Make sure you put the bid in front of it so it takes you to the right place. And that is going to bring this up. This is the landing page for Horse Auctions USA. These are the rest of our May sales. The June sales are going to populate here sometime this week. From here on out, whether you're on the app or a computer, the rest of this is going to be the same. We have 2 sales at Horse Auctions USA today. And the reason I'm pointing that out is sometimes there's confusion for folks. So Amber is up in Pennsylvania at KS Select, and that sale actually starts before our sale does here in Mississippi. And so that's why this one pops up first. So you want to make sure that you're on the right sale. We're looking for Mize, and that's the second one. And you're going to click View Auction under Mize. And what that is going to bring up is the Mize landing page. Here on the left is just the basic auction information. It's real good stuff, all the contact information that you need, the fee schedule, pickups, just kind of all the basics, times. So that's where you're going to find that. And then over here is an index, if you will, of the listings. I've had people think that this is all there is, and it's not. Like I said, this is just an index, kind of like where you can see little thumbnails of the horses coming through and just kind of jog through there, see if there's something that strikes your fancy kind of thing. So that's what this is over here. If you want to know more about one, let's say, I kind of like this horse Dusty here, hip number 46. If you click on them, it's going to bring up their full listing. Here's where I can read all about Dusty. And you'll see that Dusty's heading notes that he has a video. So if it says video, guys, the video is always going to be the second thumbnail. So this is the picture we're looking at, the first thumbnail. Boom. Here's the second one. So if they've got a video and you click that second thumbnail, it's going to bring the video up right here in this window, and you can watch this. I don't know this horse at all, but he's got a bunch of videos on here. And if you want just kind of a youth horse to go and pack your kids around the barrels and the poles, he looks like one that pretty well just kind of knows what he's supposed to do and they can have fun with and be safe on. Maybe you're looking for something very specific and you don't want to weed through all the index. Well, we have a search option, and that's the part that I think a lot of people don't know we have. If you're on the computer, you have a search bar up here. If you're on the app, you have this little search glass. So either way, you're going to type in, I'm only interested in Palomino horses today. So you can just type your keyword and that's going to pop up anything that says Palomino. I'm only interested in quarter type or AQHA. And you see how it changes what comes up? So you can actually type in a keyword and find it there. So that's fun fact. Number 1 today is a 2-year-old Highland bull, and she's not listed yet because I didn't know she was coming until last night. But right along with the Highland bull is a 2-year-old heifer. She should be 3 to 4 months bred to him. So I'll get a picture of her up. So she'll be coming in this afternoon as well to start the sale. Just since we don't typically sell a lot of those, I want to make sure to bring that to everyone's attention. So registering to bid. This is how we're going to register to bid. You see how it says register under every single listing here? It does not matter what one you click under. If you're in the Mize horse sale and you click register to bid under any horse or any lot, you're good for the whole sale. I'm going to register right here. So I'm going to click register to bid. Now, this is very important. If you are new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never bid at any of our auctions, you are not going to just slap your email and make a password here, because this is for existing users. You're going to come down here to the bottom where it says no account, sign up here, and that's what you want to click. That's going to have you put your name, email, and make a password in. I'm going to recommend that you make sure that this is checked so you get your bidding notifications, and then you're going to click continue. When you click continue, it's going to have you put the rest of your information in, and this is a very important part. Whether you are an existing user registering for this or a new user, you're going to have to put in a valid debit or a credit card to register for online bidding. And when you do that, Horse Auctions USA is going to place a $500 pre-authorization on that card. I don't like doing it. I hate that we have to, but this is the times that we live in. I need to know that my people bidding on the other end are real people over the age of 18 with a valid payment method. So unfortunately, we have to do this. It is not a charge, guys, not a charge. I can't stress this enough. Every single sale everywhere in the country, when I get a call, at least one a day, from someone who thinks that we've charged their card. So please pay very close attention to this. When you register, you put your card in. we are going to place a $500 pre-authorization. And if you've got mobile banking, you're probably going to get a notification to your phone that says Horse Auctions USA just whacked your card for 500 bucks. Do not call me in a panic asking me why I charged you. I haven't. If you go into your bank, your actual banking, and you look, you're going to see that charge is pending. It never completes, right? It's just going to fall off like it was never there. It vanishes. It vanishes at the close of the auction, and it does it immediately on my end. When it shows on your end is fully dependent on your bank. Most banks, it'll be Monday morning. Some banks, it will be Tuesday. But just know we are not charging your card for you to register to bid, okay? The only time I'm going to charge your card is if you place a bid, win the bid, and then disappear into thin air. Then we're going to charge your card. But otherwise, you're good to go. You do not have to pay with your registered card. A lot of our bidders don't live far away. They, come and pick up on Sunday morning, and they want to pay cash or check at pickup, and that's totally fine. If you want to use a card, you're going to need to give your card information to the girls in the office because their system is not integrated with mine. So no, you don't have to use the card you register with to pay. You can pay cash, you can pay check, whatever is convenient for you. But you do have to put it in to register. So now, having said all that, I'm going to go ahead and get my bidder account logged in so we can talk about the actual bidding. See how it says remember me on this device? Definitely check this. I'm going to show you why in just a minute. All right. So I've registered, right? Oh, so now you'll see all my little register to bid prompts have changed, and they're asking me to place a bid. That's how I know I'm registered and I'm logged in. It is a very good habit. And the reason I told you to check that little box that says keep me logged in, this is why. Now my name is up here in the upper right-hand corner. So when you're logged in, your name will be there. If you're planning on bidding live at this auction or any auction, the very first thing you want to do when you get on the app or on the website is make sure you're logged in. Because if you are bidding with us live this afternoon and you've been waiting for this horse and the horse comes in the ring and you're not logged in, it's an auction and we go fairly fast. So if you go to bid and you're not logged in, you're not going to be able to bid. And then you're going to frantically come back out here and try to get logged in. And by the time you do, the horse will probably be sold. So just so that doesn't happen, because that's terrifically disappointing if it does, make sure you just get in the habit. I went to Horse Auctions USA and I made sure I was logged in. That way that doesn't happen to you. So you'll notice that it's asking if you want to place a bid now, even though the horses don't start until around 1 o'clock today. That's because we have pre-bidding or early absentee bidding, and that's what's available to you. So that works just like eBay for those of you who have used that before. And it's a really good option in a few different scenarios. If you've got to work this afternoon, your kid's got an important playoff game, you've got a graduation party, you got a wedding, whatever. You got something that says, hey, you can't be watching a horse sale today. This is obviously a really good choice. But there's other times that I'm going to recommend you use it as well. If you live in a rural area and if you've got horses, we're going to assume that you probably do, you might not have the best internet service. This is a really important thing, guys. For live bidding, it's pretty fast. We are fortunate that we finally have wonderful internet here at Mize, and it's pretty quick and we have no delay, and that's great. I have no control, however, of what's going on your end. So if you're at your house that has bad internet or you're on the road and you have poor cell service, there could very well be a delay or a lag on your end, and that can absolutely cost you the bid when we're live. So if that's the situation you're in, if that's the case, you also might want to think about this early absentee bidding. The final scenario where I'm going to say you want to think about this is if you are a person who finds big decisions under pressure really, really daunting and stressful, then maybe you want to think about this as well. Auctions, again, fast-paced, and buying a horse is a pretty big deal for most people. So I've had people who, don't do a lot of auctions, pick out the horse that they want and they want to do the live bidding. And then when it does go live and the auctioneer is doing his thing and, the bids are going up, it's overwhelming for some people. So if you think that might be you, again, early absentee bidding is a good choice. So with that, you are able to shop the horses, find the one that you like, really kind of think about it, like what's the absolute most I want to spend on that horse, and then put that number in. And then the computer is going to do all the work for you. I'm going to place an early absentee bid or a maximum bid in just a minute. Before I do that, though, I want to talk to you who are going to go live this afternoon in bid. I want to talk to you guys for just a second about how to bid, and I'll show you why here. So This practice lot number 0, that's exactly what that is. It's chock full of good information, but also it's a practice lot. You can place bids on lot 0, only lot 0, at will, with no fear, no repercussions. They don't count. So if you want to just go ahead and go hog wild over here, you absolutely can. Go ahead and place some practice bids. Just kind of see what it looks like. See what the notifications look like when you get outbid. So if I want to place a bid, and again, if you're going to be bidding live, this is very important. So it's asking for 1250. That's the current bid. So when we're live, that's what it's going to do. Whatever the auctioneer is asking for, that's the number that's going to be here, and it'll change as the auctioneer goes up. So I'm like, yep, I'm on a bid 1250. So I'm going to click bid. This is the important part. It's asking me to confirm the bid. I have not bid yet. You have to click twice. We have it this way so you don't bid accidentally. So I've clicked once to say, yes, I want to bid, and then I'm going to click a second time to confirm it. And now that's how I know I have placed the bid. I very clearly am the high bidder. It says I'm the high bidder. It's switched over to green. Green means go. All is well with the world. So when you're bidding live today, remember, if it says confirm bid, you got to click again. Absentee bidding. See how there's a drop down arrow over here on the right? If you click that, it says create max bid. That's where you're going to go to do this. So I'm not going to place a big one on this lot because I want you guys to get in here and play with it and knock me out. So I'm just going to say, yep, I like this. I like this practice lot for $2,000. I'm going to place that bid. See how it didn't change? That's because I was already the high bidder. So the computer says, yep, I see ya. You've placed a maximum for 2,000, but you're already in the lead at 1250. So we're just going to leave that alone. All of that is to say the computer isn't going to just jump you to your maximum, right? The computer's going to act as your agent, going to try to get you the horse you want for the lowest possible amount. So don't be afraid to put a maximum bid in there. The computer's not just going to automatically go to it. It's not. It is going to keep you at the lowest possible amount to keep you in the lead. And if you get outbid, it's going to send you a notification saying, okay, we've reached your maximum and you've been outbid. If you do the absentee bidding, and I have a lot of people, especially in the poor internet scenario, who will place that absentee bid just in case, their internet is a little wonky, and then they're logged in and watching live. And if you do that and it exceeds your maximum, you can go right in and, just jump right back in and bid. Or you can go in and increase your max bid. You can do any of those things. So there's a lot of flexibility with that. One last point about that absentee bidding. If you place an absentee bid and the horse comes in the ring and they make an announcement that changes this information that was available, or I see something that changes the information that was available. For example, they bring the horse in and the seller says, by the way, he cribs, and it didn't say anything about him being a cribber up here, or that horse comes in and he's very obviously lame on one of the 4 legs that he has. I'm going to see that. We're going to take your maximum bid out because that is game-changing information, right? And then that is no longer a level playing field with you and the floor bidders, because now they have information that you didn't have when you placed your absentee bid. So just know that if that happens, I'm going to take your bid right out of the game because we don't want that happening. So that's just kind of a little overview about, how to do all that. When we go live, you see how it's there's the little view live icon. So 1 o'clock, you want to click on that first lot, click view live. If we're not up yet, it's going to tell you this. When we are live, your video feed will go up here, and that way you can watch and you can bid. Now, I do want to point out, because I've had people ask a lot on the bidding site, why can't I make this video here? Because when you have the video up, it's going to play right here in this square, and they want to make the video full screen. Well, you can't, because this website, Horse Auctions USA, is made for online bidding. So if the video takes up your whole screen, you've lost your bidding button. We don't want that. So no, you cannot make the bidding site full screen. It'll be big enough that you can certainly see, but it isn't going to take the whole screen up, because then you're going to lose your bid buttons. If all you want to do is watch, right? You have no intention whatsoever of bidding. Yes, you can watch on Horse Auctions USA. Don't need to have an account. Don't need to be registered. None of that nonsense. If you just want to watch, you absolutely can. You can also watch on Facebook and on YouTube. And you can make those full screen. Key points about watching on Facebook and YouTube. First and foremost, obviously, you cannot bid. Absolutely no bidding on those platforms. And the second is there is a little bit of a delay on both of those platforms, because both Facebook and YouTube buffer their feed. So there will be a 15 to 20 second delay on those feeds. And Horse Auctions USA will be in real time. right? Because we can't have a delay if we've got bidding. I do have some online bidders who want the full screen view. So what they'll do is they'll bid on one device. They'll have Horse Auctions USA up on one device, and then they'll pull up Facebook on the other one. And you can absolutely do that. But I'm going to tell you, when you do, take the volume off of Facebook. Because again, when you watch those two feeds side by side, Facebook is behind Horse Auctions USA by 15 or 20 seconds. And that can be confusing and also annoying. So just take your audio off. It'll still give you a good look at the animal that's in the ring. While being able to bid on the device that you're watching Horse Auctions USA on. I'm going to pop over here, just see if I've got, hi, JR. Just want to make sure I wasn't missing any questions. So I think those are all the basics, guys. Again, this is Bridget. My cell phone is 336-904-8903. If you have got a question, please feel free to call or text. If I don't answer when you call, please send me a text. I'm in and out of the barns and on and off this phone pretty much continuously. So a lot of times I can't answer it because I'm either in bad service in the barn or on the other line. But by all means, shoot me a text. I will get back with you. I would recommend you register to bid prior to the start of the sale. That way, if you have a problem, I can help you. Once we start, I absolutely cannot answer this phone for two reasons. The first is that I have absolutely no cell service up here on this block. And the second is that even if I had cell service, I can't answer the phone, read pedigrees, and run the internet. I can multitask, but there's a limit. So do try to register and reach out with questions prior to 1 o'clock today. I think that's everything. I want to thank you guys. Like I said, keep an eye on the online catalog and the Mize Horse Sale Facebook page. I'm going to go back there and take some pictures of some of the cool creatures that are back there and update throughout the morning. We'll be live at about 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thanks, everyone, and we will see you soon.